Let's continue our tour of the history of the church through the photos of the church's past. This one's just going to focus on the original sanctuary, particularly on its construction and completion, to give you a little more perspective on what that process looked like and some of the photos that we have representing it before we might jump ahead into the final phase of the church's construction. So I had in the last one the framing, so the church in its frame form as it was dedicated. So this is what preceded that, the laying of the foundation of that sanctuary, what we currently call Crafts Hall, and the iron framing. So the digging out and laying of the foundation, the iron framing then, that would rise to include the second floor. And there's kind of the same picture that I had the last time at the conclusion of last time, which was a dedication ceremony, where the only thing present of that sanctuary at the time was something that looked like this, the iron framing of that sanctuary, of what was yet to be. Yet to be. This one, you can't quite make it out, at least my camera. There, maybe you can. Structural steel. I love the writing that's on some of these pieces that you see. Truscott Electric Company. And looks like, I'm trying to read there, the Shirley Herman Company Incorporated General Contractors. So that was who was used to build Crafts Hall. And here it is nearing completion, but it doesn't look as though the roof is on yet, and the small steeple that the church had, or belfry, also was incomplete at that time. This looks like an even earlier moment. So if we went chronologically, I actually think this one may have been long before this one, when we're almost nearing completion at that one. So there's that dedication ceremony that we had in the last history one. There's more of the pouring of the foundation. So early on in that process, the same picture we saw earlier. Again, an early one that is saying what is coming and the plans for when things are going to be complete. Here is the building getting there. Again, the belfry is not quite on top, roof is not yet finished, a lot of scaffolding around, but getting close, particularly compared to just ironwork next to it. Have some fellas on the machinery there. Brick by brick going up. Wonder who this guy is, or gal. If you might know who that is, let me know. 1950, 1951 that was. Here's more of those fellows on the big machinery. It looks like everybody wanted to play on the big machinery. Bricks going on. That was a picture we had before where it is bricked. Nearing completion. And then we have, this is the inside. There's the sanctuary. There's Crafts Hall. And think about what an amazing thing this would have been comparatively to the basement next door where they had been prior, is to occupy this building, a sanctuary, to sit in there. What a change, and happened so rapidly that the church grew to need this space. This is actually inclusive of a second wing that wasn't there yet, but as good of a picture as we've got. And here is a color picture, which I always appreciate. We can get the color picture of what the sanctuary looked like. There it is, the hymn boards and everything. Same chandeliers that we currently have, so those are historic. Some of those pieces really didn't change. And then I'm gonna jump just one more. So this is a duplication of two pictures, a bigger one that's behind it, but the little one that's the same thing. That's Glen Aldy Crafts. This appears to be Easter Sunday and in the sanctuary. And I wonder if it's the first Easter the church worshipped on, which is why it was photoed. So the original sanctuary, now you've got a sense of what it looked like as they poured the foundation, then how it grew and eventually was occupied. Stay tuned, we still have more construction to go.